Alright, what's going on, guys? So I just wanted to make this video real quick because I'm thoroughly frustrated with the amount of research that I had to do to be able to figure this out. But so what I'm going to show you guys is I have multiple capture cards, and I wanted to show you guys a workaround that I found, especially with all the new higher-end monitors coming out and stuff like that, with the 4K 144 hertz on the way and everything like that. You know, there's going to be this issue that everybody has these capture cards that can no longer capture at this certain rate to be able to keep up with everything. So what I wanted to show you guys is this workaround that I came up with, or that I didn't come up with, but that I had to find in a bunch of different forums. And it was a bit of a pain, to try to figure out how the hell they were telling me to do it. But long and the short of it, I have an Elgato hd60s down there. I have an AverMedia 4K capture card over there. So the 4K capture card is mainly for my gaming rig, and that also captures for my Xbox One X up top there. With that being said, I wanted to start capturing some of my PC gaming, and the only way to do that was with a external capture card hooked up to my laptop. So long and the short of it, I went out and bought a Elgato hd60s, easy to use capture card. All you have to do is plug in a USB, plug in an HDMI from the PC to the capture card, and voila, you basically have another monitor. Now, if you wanted to, you could hook that up to another monitor somewhere, and you would be able to have that display, or your capture card displayed, wherever you wanted it. For me, like I said, I have multiple monitors throughout the room, so basically, long and the short of it, you don't have to have it hooked up to anything, but if you want to, you can. So here was the problem. The Elgato hd60s only displays in 1080p 60 hertz. So if you try to clone the capture or the display, which my main display is a 1440p 144 hertz curved monitor. All right, so if I tried to clone this, what it'll do to my game is it'll downscale it back down to 1080p, and it also won't allow me to go anything over 60 hertz. Now, I've tried the workarounds with the NVIDIA drivers and going into control panel here, pulling up control panel, and basically trying to do the multiple different types of workarounds that were suggested, which just as a quick little tutorial, basically you would go in here, you would click on this, you would hit clone, you would go to clone that to clone to Windows 2, and then you would go into here, you would take this and put no scaling on it. You would basically put this to whatever it wanted to be. So if your main monitor was 1440p at 144 hertz, you would make sure it's set to that. You would do the same to the Elgato capture card and basically scale this down to 1080p at 104 or at 60 hertz. Then you would have to go into the resolutions, go back up to here, and you would have to set the basically the monitor to 144 hertz at 1440p at 144 hertz here, and you would have to make sure that this also coincided with that. Now, what happens is that because the Elgato hd60s does not allow for capture at 144 hertz, it's not going to allow you to do that. So it's going to continue to keep you at a set of 1080p 60 hertz. So every time I used to boot up Call of Duty, it would be like 1080p 60 hertz. It would be laggy as shit, and I hated every minute of it. And I didn't mean to curse, but like I said, it drove me nuts. So long and the short of it, this was the workaround that I found after reading multiple forums of how to go about fixing this. And you'll see I have both OBS and Streamlabs open. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this on both of them. All right, like I said, right now I got the Elgato hd60s hooked up to this laptop here. You can see I got my layout and everything going in the background there, so it's working that way. So with the OBS, it's a little bit easier to do than Streamlabs, just because, like I said, I'm going to show you this in a minute. But with Streamlabs, it was a little bit more buggy. You gotta actually, for me, especially because I have so many monitors, you have to expand the window to be able to see that bottom one that I need to be able to put it on here. But what I'm going to show you is basically you go into here. All right, what you want to do is you want to make sure you set up your Elgato to its own separate monitor on your main displays. Okay, so on your displays here, all right, my 144 hertz monitor is here, my Elgato is here. All right, so basically it's two separate monitors and you want to keep it that way. All right, then you're going to go into either OBS or Streamlabs. You can pick whichever one you want to choose. Like I said, I have both downloaded on this PC just because I wanted to show you the way around doing this on both ways. So we're going to go into here on OBS. We're going to go to full screen. We're going to go down to, for me, it's going to be display 4, which is going to pull it up on that laptop right there in a second. So what you want to do is you want to figure out what display your Elgato is being displayed on via OBS, okay? So you're going to go to your full screen, you're going to go to projector preview, and then you're going to go down to whatever your Elgato is. So for me, it's display 4. You're going to click on that, and as you can see, it moved over. So just to prove it, I'm going to move the OBS around, and as you can see, it's moving on my main monitor, and it's also moving on my laptop right now. So there is going to be a slight delay, okay? So take into account, this is 144 hertz. This is now 60. So there is going to be a delay on this monitor, all right? And you will see that. Even during gaming and so on and so forth, you will see the delay. So you're not going to be able to game from the laptop. If you wanted to use the laptop as like a gaming screen, I don't know why you would if you have this in front of you, but like I said, I wanted to just clarify that because there's going to be somebody that doesn't understand. So like I said, that's how you do it on OBS. That's a quick, easy one. You know, like I said, it'll move that capture that's going on right here on OBS, and now you have that on there. And what'll happen is now you open up Call of Duty, for instance. You go to settings, go to your graphics, and boom. No longer have the locked setting of 1080p, 60 hertz. You now can access your full monitor's potential of 1440p at 144 hertz. Alright, so just go back. I want to show you again on how to do it on Streamlabs because I've already showed you how to do it on OBS. Alright, so we're going to go down. We're going to close out OBS, which is nice and easy. You just go down, you scroll down to whatever your monitor is. That would be that there, and then you just right click, and then you'll see a little thing that pops up that says close. Close it out, you're good to go. You can close out OBS at this point. Alright, so now we're going to go with Streamlabs, and I'm going to show you why I said this is a little buggy, and it might just be for me just because I have so many different monitors. But like I said, I wanted to show you either way. So on OBS here, you can see it's capturing my main screen. We're going to go down to where it says create projector source. I don't know if you guys can see that right now because the white washout is really bad. But basically, you're going to go down to where it says create source projector. You're going to click on that. And now, like I said, you see how it's only displaying 4 monitors. You can see right here, right underneath here, there's another monitor there. So you got to scroll this up a little bit, make it a little bigger. Alright, but you see how it's already showing you the display capture, and now you can see that there is a 5th monitor right here. So I'm going to click on that, and boom, just like that, now it's on this monitor here. Alright, so just to show you that it is working, I am going to move around Streamlabs, and you can see again, there is a little bit of a delay. You know, like I said, again, you're going from a 144 hertz monitor to a 60 hertz monitor, and it is going to be a little buggy with Streamlabs from what I've seen. Like I said, you know, it's a little bit on the slow side. But again, when you go back into your Call of Duty, it didn't downscale it again. So again, you're at 1440p by 144 hertz. You're not downscaled there. You're not downscaled here. You're going to be able to play your game at 144 hertz, 1440p. When the new 4K monitors come out, this will be the same workaround, and you'll be able to do it the same exact way. Again, it's a little bit taxing on the GPU, and it's going to be a little bit taxing on the CPU. But either way, like I said, I wanted to make sure that somebody else, can figure this out. And like I said, I haven't found a single damn video on the internet so far of how to go about doing this. So I wanted to be the first one to make it and get it out there, because literally it took me almost 4 hours of reading forums with incomplete directions on how to go about doing this. And, this really should have been a thing months ago when this type of monitor came out. But I doubt anybody's had the same type of issue, and they've just been able to read the forums and boom, they were done. And nobody cared to share this information. So like I said, I hope this helped you guys out. If it did, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I will gladly get back to you. Again, I am thoroughly upset with the fact that it took this long to figure out. But I'm glad I figured it out, and hopefully this helps you guys out so you don't have to spend as much time on it as I did. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.